Hallelujah.
Amen.
I don't know where to start because I'm full with joy and the stories are too long.
Clap unto
And
the
if I say that I should tell, I cannot finish it. You cannot finish to hear it. But I want to return all the praise and thanks to God. I say, may His name alone be exalted in Jesus' name.
Amen.
The journey of 20 years. The journey of sorrow, the journey of different kind of name have finally ended up.
Clap unto the Lord again. Clap unto the Lord. What a testimony. What a testimony.
When we get married at the first year, in fact, from my the family that I got married to, it was like a honey that it will never experience bitterness. After 4 years, that honey become a bitterness in my life. That whenever I sit down in my life, I think of nothing else like, should I continue with this marriage or my husband should give me divorce? There was nothing I was thinking anymore because of pressure. In fact, I look at my life, I ask God, what is my crime? What is my sin, God? Because when I was in my childhood, I was even telling God that I do not even play life. Why is my condition like this? Had it been I know, I would have even played life. I wish my husband should divorce me so that I should go to the world and just mess my life up. Because the bitterness in me was too much in me that how could I experience this? It come to a stage that I told God that if this womb of mine cannot carry a baby, I will never fall illness. And when I make that declaration, it was a torment in my life that my father-in-law was singing with my name. There was nothing that you are doing. You are rather causing my son to waste his money on you every day from hospital to hospital. So I told this very great God that if you are the one that created me, I don't want to be sick anymore. Not even to talk about sickness of, as in, I have sickness in my stomach because I usually have pains in my stomach all the time. I usually have pains in my lower abdomen. Sometimes my womb, I cannot walk with it. I cannot even take a step. As in, if I'm moving, I'm feeling the pains in my womb. So it was from one place to another to go for treatment. And it became a song in my ear that they were saying, you are wasting our money. What are you here for? 2 men in the same house. Are you really a woman? This is not a woman. You are a man. You are a man. You need to leave this man so that he can get married to a woman. I was like, God, are you the one that created me? If you are the one that created me, change my story. I remember my mommy was reminding me of recently that there is a song I do normally sing. And that time, if I'm singing that song, the whole of the children in that house will have to leave the house. My husband will say, do fast and leave the house. Today day is not a good day. Because if anybody touch this person, you are on your own. No. In fact, I experience different kind of bitterness that if I say that we explain, I cannot be able to explain. But I want to give God all the glory because He is the one that has the final say, and there is no one that can dictate for Him. If it were a man that can dictate for God, I wouldn't have even carried this baby. I wouldn't have delivered this baby because even when God has even made it to be possible, the devil strike in different ways to see that this will not be possible. I remember when it was that very month, I've forgotten the date, but it was June, towards that ending of June. I was in the house. My husband wants to go to market on Wednesday. That is on Tuesday evening, he will move because of the road of Inene. So when I was in the house, he called me to come to the shop, that I should come over to the shop, that he's already running out of time, that I should come and stay in the shop so that he will go to market. So I quickly rushed to him in the shop. Getting to the shop, him left. I was just sitting down. The next thing I had was as if they poured me cold water. And I could not move my leg again. My leg was so heavy, and I tried to stand up. I cannot walk with my leg. I cannot move my leg. Those of you that know my shop, there is both fridge at the both side of the fridge of the shop. I have to hold the both fridge to struggle to move outside. I was like, who can I say to go and tell Nisi to come? I struggled to go outside. Reaching outside, for me to turn and come back, there was no way for me to turn and come back to the shop. I went back to the shop again, struggling. I called Nisi. I said, Nisi, please come, bring my apron for me. There was nothing I could not do that day. There was no kind of prayer I could not pray. There was no man of God that I know that I could not call on that day. It was like a joke, but that joke becomes something I wanted to end up my life on that day. If not for this great God. So, after everything, that day, I could not move this leg. Mama Emma usually come with her children to me that she take care of this baby. She's tired. Today she wants to rest. So she was coming with the baby that I should come and take care of the baby. She wants to rest. Only for her to see that I was in the house crying. What happened? I could not talk. I was rather shouting, my leg, fire on my leg, fire on my leg. And that was how they were pouring water on my body, pouring water on my leg. The whole of the little children, Mama Ima's children, was crying, Auntie, what is wrong? Big Auntie, what is wrong? They had to go and soak towel, bring it and place on my leg. And that towel will dry immediately. And my mouth is drying up. They bring cup of water. I will drink that cup of water and my throat is drying up. They will bring another water. It was like a hell on me on that day. So my husband left because as for them, it was not too serious. It was not even serious. I was looking at it as a minor case. It was when he left that the whole of the thing becomes so complicated. So on that day, we were in that place. That was around that kind of something 5 to 6. But can you imagine that we do not sleep till 1? Me and my mama, her children and my children. It got to a stage that my leg becomes so stiff. The vein on this my leg was like an iron. I cannot stretch the leg. If I want to stretch the leg, if they want to stretch the leg, they cannot stretch the leg. The leg becomes so heavy. If this leg, if you even Nisi, Mama Ima, and my pastor, all of them, they were there. My leg, they cannot hold this leg. This leg was like stone. And this stone, I don't even know how to explain the stone, how heavy it is. They try to stretch the leg. They cannot stretch the leg. That was how I was shouting, my leg, fire on my leg, fire on my leg. And they were pouring water on it, soaking different kind of towel to press on it. I tied apron on my leg. I carried my choosing polo and wear. They used it. There was nothing I could not apply on that day. After that, my pastor now said, just believe in God that God is going to do it. I was calling other different pastors from different locations and they were also praying. After everything, there was a pastor that told me that, don't worry, whatever it is, God is going to take control. That before 12 o'clock, God will silence that thing that is doing you. I was like, how possible it is, this thing I'm passing through now, that is as if my life is going to end. And that was how, before that 12 o'clock, the pain stopped.
Clap unto the Lord. Instantly the pain was cancelled.
That pain stopped, but the leg was still stiff. The vein of the leg was like an iron. You cannot stretch the leg. If you try to carry the leg was too heavy for all of them in the house to carry. My pastor here is a life witness on that day. That was how, after the pain reduced, we were there like that till I slept off. Only for me to wake up, to my greatest surprise, the following day morning. It was as if they poured hot water on my leg. It was as if they poured boiled oil on my leg. That was my first time of seeing such a thing. I was like, God, what is this? Can this be real? My leg was as if it was fire that burned the leg. Physically. That was my first time of experiencing such a thing. And it was like a snake bite. You will see it as if it's a snake bite. You will see it as if it's an oil that poured on it. You will see it as if it's fire that burned the leg. You cannot just explain what it is. But it was as if it was oil. It's as if it's a snake bite. It was as if it's a fire that burned the leg. That was how I could not walk with this leg. I was leaping for throughout that June to July. And already I was in the process of a treatment for this baby. The devil that knows that God has decided to make it to become complete was striving before that month of my June, because that was the month I conceived. The devil tried to strive.
And it was that month that the enemy attacked.
Yes.
Oh.
I was on medication, and that medication I was to go back to run the test on that June, on the 28th of June. Before that, on the 28th of June, that was when the devil tried. It was maybe 26, yes, 26, because we left here 27th to Okari to embark on the journey. And I was leaping to go on that journey. My husband said whether the devil like it or not, we will go. I cannot carry this my leg to enter bike. I cannot carry my leg to enter car. But I was struggling to go. He was one helping me to carry my leg. And that was how I journeyed to go to where I was going. My mommy here is a life witness. When I went there, she was like, how are you? Why are you leaping? I explained everything to her. She said, God cannot allow us to be put to shame. I want to bless this name of this God, because the story is too much that I cannot be able to tell. After the pregnancy, they said I should not come back, that me, I too like money. That if I come back to Maranewo, I will be struggling here and there to look for money. So I should relax. I told them that me, it cannot be possible. For many years now, I have told them that my shop, the goods in my shop is my children, as God decided not to give me children. So those goods in my shop are my children. So how can I go and leave my children? I was telling them, me, I'm not going to go for that journey. The last time my in-law took me to meet a doctor in Federal Medical Center, that doctor gave me a cancer that broke my heart. And she told me that, do you know that God can do this? Whatever you are counting on today that will make you not to embark on this treatment, keep it off. You have been looking for this money for many years. I told her that it's not because I am so desperate of looking for this money, that I have been making attempts for this and it has not been working. So me, I have just given up about it, that whatever it is, if it is the will of God, let God bring it to come to pass. Then her encouragement was she was the last person that encouraged me, that I should just forget whatever that I'm thinking that will make me not to go. So that was how we embarked on the journey, and God made it to be a successful one today. And after it was successful that I conceived, there was different kind of attack to see that I lost the pregnancy. The first time was, I was with my mommy and I was like, I cannot stay without doing anything. What I'm telling you here today, my husband is not even aware of it. It's only between me and Faith and Nisi. I was carrying a pregnancy of twins. But because of due to the stress of work that I engaged myself on, I lost one. And I could not even tell him. I only tell Nisi that this is what happened. And still, even at that process, I was about to lose this very baby again. And I decided that no, God, show me mercy. Throughout that day, I could not rest. I moved from where I went to look for money. I came back. My brother here, when he saw me, he said, Auntie, what is wrong with you? By me seeing me, he said, there's something wrong with you. I told him, I don't even know what is wrong with me, but I'm just feeling abnormal. And he said, should I go and call you back so that you can go home, or should I go and buy food for you to eat? He did know very well that when I was pregnant, I doesn't play with food. I normally eat. So he thought I was hungry. He wanted to go and buy me food. I said, no, I want to go home. He now said, okay, let him go and bring bike. He quickly go and bring bike for me. I now went home. When I went home, on that was on Sunday. On Monday of it, we went to a place that the woman searched my body. When we went there with my mommy, in fact, I have done scan for the first time, that is in 2 weeks of the pregnancy. They showed me, yes, there is pregnancy. And when it was 1 month, I went for scan again and they saw that I am pregnant. But when the whole of the complications started, my mommy said that we should go. Because if I'm working, I'll be feeling hotness on my chest and I cannot even eat again. If I'm eating as if I'm having heartburn, if I'm walking as if I'm having heartburn, my breathing was so high as if I'm going to give up. So she said we should go to a place that going to massage me. When we went there, the woman that was massaging touched me. He pressed my lower abdomen and I fling her hand away from my belly. She now said, this woman is not pregnant. I said, Mommy, stand up and let's go. I said, she's saying her own, no, but all I know, me, I'm pregnant. And the woman said, I should lie down. I decided not to lie down again for her to check on me. But my mommy said I should lie down. I lie down. And she retouched again and touched again. She said, she's not pregnant. I told my mommy that, stand up and let's go. So she was like, giving us a name of a place that we should go, a lab. We should go and do scan. I told my mommy that I'm not going for any scan again. She said, let's go and do the scan to confirm what she's saying. I said, I'm not going to scan anything because I've already done the scan the first time and the second time, which is 2 weeks and 1 month. When it was 2 weeks and when it was 1 month. So why should I just believe her report? I'm not going to believe her report. She was so worried. So because of her worry, I was so downhearted on that day. So I felt that, is it really that I'm going to lose this baby? That Monday all through Tuesday, I could not just give a smile. I was with her. So in Makurdi, her pastor asked me to come over to the church and stay in the shop. That what man cannot do, God can do it. That whatever it is, God is going to correct it. That if I believe it, I should go and lie down on the altar and tell God that God restored, preserve my baby, preserve my pregnancy. I will not lose the pregnancy. He said I should say nothing but to say, God preserve my pregnancy, preserve my baby. I will not lose the baby. I was lying down on that altar for the full day. I could not eat. I could not take anything all through the day. I was in that altar. The following day, he asked me to come back because he saw that my mood was so bitter. He said, you do not believe it that God has done it, that God is preserving this pregnancy. You will deliver this pregnancy. There's nothing that will take it off. So, because I do not believe it, I was so worried. He asked me to come back again. I came back again. I stayed in the church for the full day again, which is the second day. So the third day, he asked me to go for scan, and I went to scan. When I went for the scan, I was so reluctant of going. I was like, what am I even going for? They said the pregnancy is not there anymore. So what should I go for? But I just summoned the courage because the pastor said I should go, and I went for the scan.
And what is the result of the scan?
And the result was that the pregnancy is still there, the baby is still there.
Oh, clap unto the Lord, clap unto the Lord. You are not clapping unto the Lord, you are not clapping unto the Lord. This God is so powerful. Please, I want to plead with our sister because of time. Just see how you will summarize this testimony. We know you have a testimony, you have more testimony to testify. So see how you summarize it so that we can get the main thing that the Lord have done and celebrate with you.
So after running the scan, they say the pregnancy is intact, the baby is so healthy. In fact, I want to bless this name of this God because God is so great. The devil wants to strive a different way to make it possible that I lost the pregnancy. From the day one of the pregnancy to the last day that I deliver, every day I will go. Anytime I go for scan, anytime I go for antenatal, I must scan. Even the doctor that was in the hospital was like, why are you disturbing me every day scanning? You always come and say that I should scan. I said, yes, I want to scan and see how my baby is. He said the baby is fine. I said, okay, scan. even if the baby is fine. He scanned and he said the baby is fine. I should not be disturbing him. So one very faithful day, that was the day I was going to a scan, and that day we have an accident with my husband. It was so terrible. But God of preservation preserve even when the devil tried to see that you lost what is your joy. It was just God alone that preserved it.
After
I don't know.
months of pregnancy.
That was getting to 7 months, 6 months.
And you had
a terrible accident.
And the Lord preserved you.
Yes.
Clap unto the Lord. Clap unto the Lord.
I was going for antenatal, and on our way, my husband was to hit a bike, and for him to hit that bike, he decided to just curve, and the next thing was the car moved in the bush, and we saw ourselves inside. In that place, it was a little river. That is a place that, if during time of rain, the place is like a river, and there's sand much in that place. We fell on that place. The 4 legs of this car was up, and immediately the car somersault, the doors lock, the boot lock. We were inside. My husband was struggling to open the door. He pressed me. I said, don't press me, please be calm. I believe that people saw us as the car was entering inside this bush. Just be calm and wait until people will come and rescue us. He was struggling and, no, let me help you to come out. I said, you helping me, you are pressing me more. So just be patient and see how people will come to help us. Before we could see, people came and they were trying to open the door. They could not open the door. So the windscreen of the car break into pieces. So he told them to drag it off, and they pull us off from that, the bonnet of the car. They bring us out from that place. When I came out from it, all of them were trying to see if I got injured. And then, seeing that I was pregnant, all the whole people there was so worried. There was, as in, they couldn't even, as in, they could not even think that I'm a woman, that they should not check on me. But the men was like, everybody was like raising my clothes to see, do I injure? Are you feeling any pain? I said, no, I do not feel any pain. They said, I should check your body. I said, there's no pain, there's no injury. So all of them was like trying to check. So they were the one that did that there was a bruise on my leg, but it was just a minor one. It was just my forehead that I hit on the windscreen, and it scratched and it was bleeding. I want to return all the glory
Clap
to
unto
this
the
great
Lord. Clap unto the Lord. After 7 months of carrying a baby, and the enemy want to attack, but God preserved the